We must all take a stand. When a child's life is taken from our community, we must come together and demand justice.
Amen.
I ask for you to repeat after me: justice for Janaiya.
Justice for Janaiya.
Justice for Janaiya. You know, we can't continue to say we love each other when we really don't. We all know that there's someone out there that knows who took this child's life. And because we have some code on the streets, people refuse to speak for this child. So I'm going to tell you to do me one favor and speak for her. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for Janaiya, because she deserves justice. That baby didn't deserve to die the way that she died. Her life did not have to end the way that it did. She had so much that she was looking forward to.
Today's episode goes into the heartbreaking case of Janaiya Scott, an innocent 11-year-old. A man named Stephen Powell shot and killed Janaiya when she was seated on the couch with her sister and cousin. This tragic occurrence has left her family and the community wondering why somebody would wish to kill such a little child. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Janaiya's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Anderson. Anderson is a city located in Anderson County in the state of South Carolina. The city has a population of around 28,000 residents. Anderson is situated in the northwestern part of South Carolina, approximately 30 miles southwest of Greenville and 120 miles northeast of Atlanta, Georgia. It lies in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains and is known as the Electric City for its pioneering use of hydroelectric power. Janaiya Scott was born March 4, 2008. She was born to Marcella Rice and Jarvis Scott. Janaiya attended the Whitehall Elementary Primary School. People who knew her characterized her as kind, sweet, a dancer, and a YouTuber. When incident occurred on June 23, 2019, Scott, her older sister, and her cousin were seated on the couch. An individual shot Janaiya 35 times at her residence on West End Avenue in Anderson. She lost a lot of blood rapidly after one of the bullets passed through her right shoulder and damaged an artery. But in her darkest hour, Janaiya was not the only person shot in her house. In addition, her cousin, who was Janaiya's age, was shot and suffered serious injuries. Her older sister was also injured. However, Scott's cousin and sister have both made a full physical recovery. Her brother, 20, was on the front porch, yelling for help, when the cops came in response to a 911 call on the shooting. While inside the house, Rice's mother pleaded with the cops to assist her child. The 11-year-old cousin and Janaiya's 18-year-old sister, who were nearby, needed to be taken to AnMed Health Medical Center, where they both managed to live. In the hospital emergency room, 11-year-old Janaiya was found dead less than an hour after the incident. Following an inquiry, Stephen Powell was taken into custody by the police. After an intriguing social media post that seemed to contain a confession regarding the incident, Stephen was taken into custody. Information in the post seemed to suggest that Janaiya's relative was the target of the shooting in reprisal for a robbery. After the post was swiftly removed, another one appeared stating the page had been hacked. A few hours later, Powell was apprehended, interrogated, and faced murder charges. Powell was not acting alone, according to the police, who also think that someone had to drive him there and get him. They refuse to communicate because they are sure that there are people who know precisely what transpired and who is responsible for it all. The shooting is said to have involved the use of two weapons, a semi-automatic rifle and a pistol. There is no firearm that has been found since the incident.
A teenager is facing charges accused of killing an 11-year-old in Anderson. Janaiya Scott and 2 other young people were shot at a home nearly 2 weeks ago. 7 News reporter Nicole Ford was there as the charges were announced for Stephen Powell, and she has all the details from the city jail.
17-year-old Stephen Powell walked into that courtroom to a crowd of people, each one a family member or friend, and each wearing a shirt saying "Justice for Janaiya" or "Stop the Violence."
I'm going to give you some instructions, sir.
In an Anderson courtroom on Wednesday, a grieving mother stood before the teenager accused of killing her 11-year-old daughter with just one question.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you look
Talk
in
to
my
me.
face and tell me
No,
why?
no, ma'am. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I just want to know why.
The judge cut off Janaiya Scott's mother before 17-year-old Stephen Braden Powell had the chance to respond. This coming hours after Powell was arrested in Spartanburg.
I would like to express our appreciation to the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office and Chuck Wright for their assistance. They located a suspect, Stephen Braden Powell. We did transport him back to the PD last night for questioning.
Nearly 2 weeks after the drive-by shooting on West End Avenue, Police Chief Jim Stewart says Powell is charged with Scott's murder and 4 other counts of attempted murder.
We do know there were 2 guns involved in this case, a pistol and a SKS rifle. So we know we have more than one suspect. We're still asking for the public to assist us by calling into Crime Stoppers. There is a $10,000 reward.
With the potential for more suspects, we went to the Crime Stoppers president to find out how someone with information can help stop the violence.
The individual who provides the tip is given a number, and that's all they're known by. We don't have any type of information that would allow us to track them or know anything about them.
In this case, it's a community effort, from a unity bike ride, a memorial walk, and generous donations. But there's still more that needs to be done.
Because we live in such a tight-knit community, and there's, people don't want to be referred to as a snitch. You're not a snitch in this situation. There are people who have lost loved ones.
That's our Nicole Ford reporting. The $10,000 reward for this murder was money that was donated by a local businessman hoping to put a stop to the violence in their community. It will not be claimed in this arrest, but it is still available if more people are charged.
A significant development in the case for Anderson police came more than a year after Stephen Powell's arrest. The second individual, 21-year-old Desmond Bruton, was taken into custody and accused of murder. In addition, Bruton faces 4 counts of attempted murder, 1 for each survivor that shared the home with Janaiya. Furthermore, he faces charges for carrying a weapon during a violent incident. But according to Bruton, he is not familiar with Scott's family. The nature of Bruton's relationship to Powell is unclear, but investigators continue to insist that Stephen needed assistance in order to kill Janaiya. Scott did not deserve what happened to her. At 11 years old, she had her entire life ahead of her. May her family be blessed with the courage to move on from this terrible experience. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.